Alright, hello everyone. Welcome back to another episode of To The Max Outdoors. In this week's video, we're going to do a review on a soft cab enclosure for an ATV, four-wheeler, whatever you call them. Like I said, I do most of my primary hunting is done off this four-wheeler, whether it be from the house or on some lease clubs that I belong to. Obviously, I don't take it into the national forest when I go because they're not allowed. But that being said, I actually purchased this soft cab enclosure probably about 3 years ago. I got rid of the side-by-side and went back to a four-wheeler. It's a lot easier for me to tow, a lot easier for me to get in and around to where I hunt. And just to be honest, I'm more comfortable on a four-wheeler anymore. But I wanted an enclosure because I got used to a side-by-side, so this was my best option here. This is called a Rain Rider ATV Convertible 101. I'll put a link in the description to a local place of mine that sells them. Fantastic unit here. I'm going to show you how easy it is to install and to give you a view from the outside. There again, this is a soft cab, it's not a hard cab. This is something quick and easy. Pretty much earlier in the year, let's say I started trout fishing somewhere in the February range. I'll run a trap line and trout fish pretty much through the February part of the year. Our state starts stocking January, February, sparsely, not great stockings, but sparsely. But this thing keeps the wind off of you, keeps the cold off of you, keeps the rain off of you. There again, it's a soft-sided cab, so it is what it is. But they're reasonably affordable, and as you can see here, this pouch that it's in, probably 20, 30-pound pouch, it contains all of the structure for the cab and the soft enclosure with the doors for the cab. So I'll get this, I'll move the camera over here on the floor. We're in my garage. I'll move the camera around here and I'll open this bag up and I'll show you how easily this thing converts to being storage. And if you don't want to use it, say it's a beautiful day and you don't want to ride, boom, it goes right on the rack, bungee cord it down. This thing is pretty cool in my book. I wish I'd have bought it years ago, to be honest with you, but it's a really neat soft cab, and it works out good for the money. So stick with me, I'll show you what it looks like. All right, so here you go. You see we got it on the floor now. Like I said, everything that it takes to build this enclosure fits inside the bag. It is part of the structure. Just a little Velcro strap. And like I said, this thing, this pouch will enclose. Like I said, that's a door. It's one of the doors. Here's the other door. This thing's looking around here. There's the other door. This bigger piece here. This bigger piece here, this is the roof part of it. It goes from the front rack to the rear rack. And then as you can see here, all the rods here in front of me, that is the horizontal structure for the roof part of it. And then you have these smaller, I'm going to call them like tent structure. They're carbon fiber or graphite. They're some part of a composite material. That's what runs the long part of the roof. And this structure will tie into the horizontal structure pieces of it. Like I said, it's really simple cab. It houses itself in the bag, and probably honestly, once you get used to putting it together, 10 minutes you can put it together. Like I said, I couldn't be more happy with it. I wish I had bought one 100 years ago. They're really affordable. The next clip here, we'll show you installed it on the bike here itself, and I'll show you how easy it really is. All right, so in the kit here, when you break this bag open and find all your pieces out of here, you find two bigger tubes here. They're the only two tubes of this diameter, and that's one good thing I do like about this kit, or this setup that ATV Rider come up with. All the structured tubes are all different sizing, and it's really hard to get anything mixed up. And like I said, once you put this thing on a few times, it really is quick to do. But so you got these two bigger tubes, and what they are the support, the arch support rods, and that's what'll catch your main support tubes that grab across all your stringer structure here. So, like I said, it's pretty simple. Now I do run a box on the front of my four-wheeler, so you know if you have a box or bag, you need to just pay attention to it. It fits this bag, but it's really tight on it, and it kind of limits the opening of the door or the lid. But I deal with it because I really enjoy the cab, and as I get older, I don't like to get wet and cold anymore. I just like to get where I need to be and be dry. So, like I said, pretty simple, sliding in. Most racks on four-wheelers like this one here will have some torque, some type of vertical structure. And in the kit, it comes with these big black zip ties. Like I said, I've had this kit for many years. I keep reusing the zip ties. All you gotta do is take the point of a knife and just push the lock tab down, and you can open the zip ties right up. So it just sits and cutting them all the time. So, like I said, it's a pretty simple setup. Basically, all you're going to do is you're going to just give yourself an eagle eye here. Put your holes in your tube, kind of split the center of the bike here. Take it, zip tie it down. Same process for the front. Will be the same process in the back. And I'll do one. I'm not going to do the other one, but it's really simple process. It's a zip tie. Just find the good structure point on your rack where you're not going to slide the tube left or right, and all you do is, it's like a standard old zip tie. I know you can't see me, but I just take and tuck the pigtail of the zip tie back under my rack. Like I said, again guys, this thing is really simple. Really simple to put up. And there again, it's a soft cab, and it does exactly what it's supposed to do. And I'll probably say it 100 times in this video, I wish I'd have bought the thing a long time ago. Here, maybe you can see me a little better here. Like I said, I'm just taking this thing has through holes in it here. Yeah, you can see the through hole in it right here. Like I said, that's what catches your main support structure. So what we're gonna do is just generally same distance, same edge distance side to side. Like I said, I try to put them on the corners of like the rack gussets and whatnot. That way I don't worry about the thing sliding left or right. And there again, I do reuse zip ties because they're cheap like that. And all I do is take the pigtails and just tuck them down in under the rack. The outside part of the bag that houses all this that I showed you earlier, that actually is a pocket that sits right here, and it's got like 6 accessory zipper bags in it. It's like I said, the designers of this did a good job. They were obviously hunters or outdoorsmen like I am, and they understood the importance of you can never have enough room for storage. So that's pretty simple. That's all it took to do that. The next process, you take the vertical, the big part of the roof, the long part of the roof. There again, you can see this small window in my right hand is the back. The bigger window is the front. What I do to make this process simple for me is I just drape it right up over the four-wheeler like that right there. And then your next smaller diameter rods, same way, they have the same through holes drilled in them. What they do is they simply go through these sewn in tabs. Right like that. Again, very simple process, very, very simple process. I'm gonna go ahead and put the rest of these in here. I'll speed this part of the video up. That same process is all you're gonna do. There again, this goes a lot quicker. This goes a lot quicker in real life. I'm trying to show you guys how this works, but I will speed this up for time's sake. All right, there you go. There's all your main support tubes put in. The last two structure tubes, stringer tubes that you have, they will go in they have a full length sewn in pocket at the front, at the forward and aft end of this. There is a full sewn in pocket, and I would imagine it's sewn in because this is where you take the majority of your stress. You know, this is where everything's binding on, is these last two. So there again, this is forward and aft ends of this will have a full sewn in pocket. All right, just as simple as that. And then for the remainder, now you use your graphite rods. Now on these graphite rods, you'll have four. You'll have four of these graphite rods. Get them out here, I'll show you. You have four of these graphite rods that have holes drilled down in them. And what that'll do is it'll allow you to, what do you got there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's got 5 inches of adjustment where I just use quick release kingpins in these. They'll allow you to adjust the height forward and aft, or the whole thing up and down, you know, according to getting your let's call it the windshield, your front window pocket. Different four-wheelers, shorter, wider, fatter, skinnier, however it is. It'll allow you basically, in essence, 10 inches of adjustability to get your window where you want it. Or if you're a big man, you pull her all the way up. If you're a short man like me, you can put her back down. But like I said, there's your 4 rods. Obviously those are the most forward and the most aft tent rods. And what they do to do this part of it, what I do, I should say, is I'll put these together. And I know we only got 3 per side, so get the right one here in my hand. I put those rods together like that. The middle one is a solid rod. Your forward and aft end one's got the holes drilled in it. And then this is the process here. Well, I'm in my garage and I'm not big enough to do that. This process here, you just start feeding them back through the holes in the holes in your tube here. I'll have to split them apart here and do them one by one because we're in my garage, but I don't have enough room to do it. Oh, that's my aft. I'm gonna leave this for my aft end. I'm gonna hit every hole and every cross member, just like so. All right, I know I'm far enough. Probably would be easier to do outside where you got more room to work this longer pole. I typically do it all at once, but see, we're in a confined space here. It's not a very nice day outside, or I would have done this outside in the yard, driveway, something. Even still, it's a super simple process. There you go. There's one side down. Again, I'll speed this video up and I'll do the other side. All right, there you go. That's a little sped up process. Like I said, this really isn't as hard as I made it look here. I'm confined, and it's a lot easier when you're outside. You can run the whole rod all up in, all 3 sections put together at once. Boom, hit them all. Like I said, stringer rods go through sewn in holes here, come out. You hit them with your horizontal support bow rods, we'll call them. You just run them through every one of them. There's a few places, there's some sewn in pockets here. Anywhere you got a window, you will not have a cross stringer bar. That way you got visibility out of it. So, pretty simple process. The next step to this is I'll just flip it right over. I'll just turn it 180 degrees, and you just hit the front main support bar that we put on earlier. Like I said, it's got those through holes. Hit it, bow it over, put it in the back. Like I said, I got some overhead obstacles in here with the garage door and my lights and stuff, and I would really not like to knock them down. So next clip here, I'll show you this installed. All right, as you can see now, I have put the entire soft closure on it, and just in this instance, with my height, I'm 5'11", 6 foot tall, somewhere in that neighborhood. I run the keeper pins at almost the maximum height, still having protrusion on the bottom of the hole. That's probably the only downfall of this system that I have, and it's not really a downfall, it's just me being a little bit OCD. I would like to be able to trap this rod on both sides of the hole, because time to time you do get running a road or a trail or whatever, and if you hit, say 35 to 50 mile an hour, and I know that's fast for a four-wheeler, but if you do hit those higher speeds, this cab, it will come back and touch your head. And I have had a rod, this main support rod here, I have had one of these pull up out of the hole. You just pin them so you're setting on them for your height. One upgrade I'd like to see is another hole at the bottom and then trap it at the bottom, and then it's trapped at the bottom and top of the tube and it can't go anywhere. But like I said, you really got to be trucking along to have that happen to you. I've never had it happen just normal trail riding or normal speeds, let's say of 5 to 20 mile an hour. It's only when you get opened up, and a lot of times early in the year fishing or running the track line, if I hit a piece of hardtop, I'll make some time up. But there again, you probably shouldn't be doing that. It's just me being silly. But anyways, show you how simple the doors are. As you can see on this other side here, I've already zipped the door up. And these do have nice heavy zippers on them. Like I said, I'm more than happy with this product. They have a good, solid, they may even be their own zippers, to be honest with you. They got their name Rain Rider put on them, but they're nice. They're a heavy metal toothed zipper. They're really sewn in really well. They're double sewn in. Like I said, there's a lot of quality in this product, and I do believe, from looking at their website, I believe that they're manufactured in the USA somewhere, so that's even a big plus. I'm glad to see some quality American products. And like I said, I'm gonna honestly say I've torture tested this thing. You know, I've run it mud, snow, rain, sleet, hail, wind. I've run it in the summertime. I've run it in the wintertime. I really like the thing. Now, obviously, if you beat it off trees and greenbriers and grapevines and that kind of nonsense, it's going to rip. But it's a really heavy double-sided fabric. It does an extremely good job for the price of it. Like I said, I highly recommend it and really like it. Just a simple standard zipper setup. Yeah, it is tight because these door zippers do provide some of the structure to it, so it's pretty tight. And you try to put both pieces together. There's your zipper tight. And as you'll see here on the bottoms of this, it has a quick hasp, and that just simply goes right down here onto the rack. It's more for when you're riding long distance. It keeps these doors from flopping around. But you can provide a pretty good bit of structure to this to get in and out of it. I don't know. I don't think there's a forward and aft on the door because the zipper starter is only on the, how I put it together, on the back side. Maybe it's meant to go onto the front, I don't know, but to get in the thing, pretty simple. Just unzip the door. Put you up here. Grab a hold of the zipper. Like I said, I try to keep the thing fairly tight as I'm zipping it back up. Boom, there you go. So, pretty simple cab. Grab the camera again. Like I said, if you, when you're moving on the forward rack, you just pull that down, clamp it together real quick. You got another one here on the aft side. Pretty simple, pretty easy. Here's a view of the inside, just a quick little view. That's the back window. And you know, basically here's my view. You know, here's the handlebars. It's the started up there. You see the screen of the four-wheeler. You know, your head level with me right now, and that's what you see as you're going around. And you still have good visibility. There's out on my left side, and there's out of the right side. You can see the cluster of junk that anybody that has a garage, you'll understand what I'm talking about. They become a catch-all, but nevertheless, you have good 360-degree view out of this thing. And you know, that being said, I got the camera crooked. That being said, I mean, here I am riding where you guys are sitting right now with a camera. That's where I put my gun or bow in there. Like I said, you've got a pocket over here. You've got three, well, they're just mesh bag pockets. Put stuff in. Like I said, the bag, which I will show you the bag here in a minute. I'll just show you a quick shot of it. I didn't put it in. You do have a gap right here, an air gap under the back of it. That bag will pretty much take it out, which I should have put that in, but I didn't. I'll show you a quick view of it again at the end. But like I said, it keeps the majority of the wind off of you. Obviously there's open spots all the way around it. It's not a hard cab enclosure by no means. I'm not trying to say that, but man, when it's 10, 15 degrees outside, you're running around, even plowing snow. Hell, we use it plowing snow. I mean, it does, the engine, like I said, it's right directly below your knees, so heat does radiate up through that. You do, I mean, you can unzip the windows. You can unzip the windows if you want, just the clear vinyl part. You can unzip them. Pretty neat little deal. They even advertise on their website, the last time I looked, that you could take this whole pop-up, I forget the exact terminology they use, but they say you can take this off and put it down and use it as a blind if you wanted to. I've never tried that. I'm happy with it like it is right here, but like I said, on a day where a rainy day, or like I said, running the trap line in the miserable part of the year there, if you happen to get a February rain, that's really miserable. And this thing keeps you high and dry, and you still got plenty of room and stuff to do things inside here. I mean, the rear rack, let's move over here out of the way. As you can see here, the rear rack, I still have 3/4 of my rear rack available up to 16, 18 inches high. Again, this is an Arctic Cat 550. 2012 model, so it's got smaller racks on it. It is considered a full-size four-wheeler, but you can still put stuff on your back rack. You can definitely put your pack bag in there. You can put all your anything you need, you can put in here. Like I said, when I do it fishing, I just break my fishing poles in half and I run them right up the side here, and everything's contained. So I'll show you one more quick clip here. I should have put this rear panel on, and it'll close this rear end out more. Stick with me, I'll put that on, I forgot, and we'll do a little closer here. All right, there you go. I finally put the rear panel on like I should have. Like I said there earlier, when we had this down on the floor, This is the outer part of the carrying bag or the storage bag, and it just simply hooks over one of the horizontal stringer stiffeners there, and you use the same Velcro that you would to close it. You just put it back on there and you end up with 3 pockets in the thing. 3 nice zippered pockets. I would imagine they're pretty well waterproof. The structure, let's say fabric structure, the fabric structure of this whole setup, it's never leaked on me once at the seams or nothing. You're putting a ton of tension on this thing too, and it, knock on wood, man, it's not leaked on me. And like I said, on this, on my, I put this door on my right side because I'm right-handed. It makes sense to me to have my storage on the right hand, but like I said, you have a full, not coming out very good, but you have a full mesh pocket over there that you can contain, you know, whatever small simple items in that you may want to. Like I said, it's a really neat little setup for no more expensive than it is. I'll put you back up here, maybe. See how good the editing skills are here to get this part out. All right, I'll get you back up here. Close this door again. We'll do a little walk around of the whole thing. Like I was saying there a minute ago, you put a pretty good bit of tension on those seams, and I have yet to have this thing leak. Here we go. We'll do a short little walk around of this thing here. Like you said, there's the full outside view of the thing. We'll come around the front of it. Now these, you can see the name there. It says Rain Rider. I don't know how well that's going to come out. It says ATV convertible 101 or convertible top. I'm sorry, convertible top. But you can see right here, these quick links right here, I put them down around the rack of my four-wheeler, and I trapped the tube that holds the stiffener rods in the thing. This part here can be adjustable. Like I said, I'm running a box. I'm running a hard box behind this. If you want, you could put this straight down on your rack. I found for me to have it up a little higher with this box helps keep this windshield up into my view, and I can look out, like say I'm trying to look up a hill or something, I can look out and look up that hill without having to duck my head to look up. Like I said, I'm not a tall human being by no means, but there you go. And those wrinkles in that vinyl, they'll come out. This thing's been in storage for a couple months, but those vinyl, or the wrinkles in this, like you can see the wrinkles in this window here, those will come out when that thing sets and the sunlight hits it. It'll all come out. But overall, I couldn't be more pleased with this setup. I'm really happy with it. There again, there's the back side of it. You can close this gap off here if you wanted to. Like I said, to get the height out of it and the usability out of my rear rack still, I leave that bit of a gap in there. Yeah, you get a little bit of wind up in there, but it is what it is. It's a soft cab. It's not meant to keep you totally dry. But anyways, I couldn't be more happy with I couldn't be more happy with this setup. Like I said, ATV Rain Rider convertible top. I will try my best to put a good link in the description here for a local company that sells these. It's a local Kawasaki Arctic Cat dealer that have treated me extremely well over the years and pretty fair price. And look them up, give them a thought if you're remotely thinking about some kind of soft enclosure for a four-wheeler. I think you'd be really happy with it. You could actually even take this top, which I don't ever do, but if you look on these guys' website, you can disconnect those quick straps in the front and you can pull this whole assembly down and bunch it up together and use your bag that I showed you that's that rack. It's the outer part of the storage pouch. You can bag that all up. They say it's trailerable that way. I just take the thing back off and put it on when I get to where I'm going. I'm running 70, 80 mile an hour down the interstate. This thing's hanging out behind the truck on a trailer. I don't want the structure up there. I don't want this thing outside. You get road dirt, salt. I just take it on and off. Like I said, I made it a little more complicated in this video of showing you how I install it. Honestly, once you figure this thing out and you're outside with some room or in a building with more room than we have here, honestly, 10 minutes is probably exaggerated. You can throw the thing together, put it in the holes, pin it in, boom, you're off and running. So it's not worth it to try to trailer like this for me. So that convertible feature, I don't utilize it. It's a good thought on the company's part, and it is absolutely a wonderful thought. I just don't utilize that part of it. So thanks for watching. Please give me a comment on what you think of this, or if you have one, give me your opinion on this one or a different brand of them. Love to hear from you. Thanks for watching. All right, so here we are. We're inside the four-wheeler here. You're seeing the camera is exactly where my head is, and we're gonna go for just a short little ride here, and I'll show you. It is a little bit noisy inside here, but anybody that's ever been inside of side by side will understand what I'm talking about. It's pretty good view out of the thing. It's still got views out of the left side over here, back to the front. Still got good view out of the right side. I mean, as you can see here, still got a good view of everything. There we go. Got out here, like I said, we're in a big power line right away, and as you can see there, you can still see really good out of the sides of the thing, I mean, it's overall, you're not really killing your view. There's the back view, that's where we came from. But overall, like I said, it doesn't really limit your view very much at all. Like I said, it's got some gaps. You're gonna have some gaps around the corners of it. This side here, I've tied it down like I'm supposed to. But overall, it's a pretty neat little enclosure.